Hey there, language teachers. Are you tired of writing prompts that feel more like grammar drills than actual communication tools? Do you wish your students could show their true proficiency spontaneously and authentically through their writing? If that sounds like you, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how to create writing prompts that focus on real communication, not memorization. I'll give you actionable tips that you can use in your classroom today. So stick around because these strategies could completely transform how you assess your students' proficiency. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about how to make prompts feel real. Your students need to feel like they're actually communicating, not just filling in blanks or writing sentences they've memorized. Here's how you can do it. Use real-world scenarios. Think about practical situations your students might encounter in real life. For example, ask them to write an email recommending a local restaurant and explaining why their friend would love it. This is something they might actually do, and it shows you how they can function in the language outside of the classroom. Incorporate student interests. One of the easiest ways to engage students is to tie the prompt to their hobbies or passions. If you have students who love sports, you could ask them to write about their favorite player and why they admire them. This keeps the writing personal and meaningful. Ask for opinions. Give them prompts that encourage self-expression. For instance, what is your favorite holiday tradition and why is it important to you? This not only gives you a window into their thoughts, but also pushes them to organize their ideas in a meaningful way. Simple, right? These ideas help your students focus on sharing what they know, not worrying about perfection. Now let's shift gears and talk about getting your students to focus on what they're saying rather than how perfect their grammar is. Don't get me wrong. Accuracy is important, but communication is the ultimate goal. Set a clear goal for communication. Each prompt should have a purpose. For example, instead of asking students to describe their weekend in general terms, ask them to write a message to their teacher explaining why they couldn't turn in the assignment. This keeps the focus on function over form. Encourage creative problem solving. Pose open-ended situations where they have to think on their feet. An example, you've lost your wallet while traveling abroad. Write a note to the hotel staff asking for help. This allows them to practice thinking like a real-world communicator. Prioritize functional language. Don't underestimate the power of simple, practical tasks. Ask them to write instructions, like how to make their favorite snack or prepare for a trip. These are everyday tasks that keep the language functional and accessible. Before we move on to the last set of tips, let me quickly share something exciting. If you're looking to dive deeper into topics like this and connect with a global community of like-minded teachers, you've got to check out the Comprehensible 2025 conference. It's packed with CI-based sessions, all designed to make teaching and learning easier and more effective. You can register for 3, 6, 9, or 12-month all-access passes. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Head over to mm.us/conference to grab your spot today. All right, on to our final set of strategies. Making prompts fun and engaging. Because let's be honest, if the prompts aren't exciting, neither you nor your students are going to love them. Provide a visual aid. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? Use an image as the basis for your story. For instance, show a bustling marketplace and ask students to describe what's happening, or even make up a conversation between two people in the scene. Include sentence starters. Sometimes students just need a little nudge to get started. Provide them with phrases like, I would like to, because, or in my opinion, the best is. These starters lower the barrier to entry and get the ideas flowing. And set a time limit. Quick writes are a game changer. Give your students 5 minutes to respond to a prompt, focusing on fluency rather than perfection. This encourages spontaneity and builds their confidence over time. See how easy it can be to create prompts that focus on real communication? Which of these strategies are you excited to try in your classroom? Let me know in the comments, and I'd love to hear about your ideas or even see your students' responses. And if you're curious about more creative ways to engage your students, be sure to check out my next video. Warning, these creative writing workshop techniques make your students fluent overnight. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, happy comprehensible input.